Hi, I'm Brandy McDonald. I'm a features writer for the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com, and I have with me today Grammy-nominated Oklahoma singer-songwriter John Fullbright. He's getting ready to release his second studio album. It's called Songs. We have it right here. It's coming out on May 27th, and he's going to be playing a couple of Oklahoma shows to celebrate the release of the album. Thanks for coming in today, John. I appreciate you coming by.
Pleasure to be here.
Talk to us a little bit about Songs and why such a nice, simple, easy-to-remember title.
Because hopefully it's a nice, simple, easy-to-remember record. I feel like, you know, it's not a lot of frills, not a lot of production. It's mostly focused on what got me here, which wasn't my looks. It was, you know, writing a song. And that's kind of where my main focus lies most of the time in this business anyway, is how to be better at the craft of songwriting. And so hopefully I made a little record that reflects that.
Tell me a little bit about what your expectations were whenever you went into Songs, because a lot of times there can be a lot of high expectations for a sophomore album anyway, particularly one that follows one that's really big, I guess.
No expectations. I didn't have any expectations in the first one. You know, as far as the being in a studio and trying to record a song that you have written, and especially when you don't have any clear vision as to what it's supposed to sound like, you just kind of have to follow your instincts and follow your gut. And you know, every one of these, some of them were one take in and out, and a few of them we had to find them. We had to kind of chase them down. But you know when it's right. It'll tell you when it's right. You'll know. It'll just feel good. It'll feel like everything locks together, and it just feels good. And we waited until all those songs felt good before we said that we were done with it. Yeah, and it was, once it was all coming together, it all felt pretty good.
Right. Now you are still based in Bearden, Oklahoma, Bearden, America.
Yeah.
Where you grew up, your family is, and things like that. What does it mean to you to be an Oklahoma musician, and why do you decide to stay here?
Well, I could give you the logistics. It's cheaper, but that helps. My whole family's here, you know. I don't necessarily need to leave right now. I leave every week. I go all over the country. I go overseas. I get my belly full of being somewhere else, and in the few instances that I get to myself, I kind of want to be back home in a more grounded situation where I can breathe and maybe even write a song if I'm very lucky.
Okay. Now you will be playing UCO's Mitchell Hall Theater this time around for your album release show. You started out at the Blue Door, and good friends with Greg Johnson. He kind of helped you launch your musical career. And talk to me about knowing that you've outgrown the little Blue Door and are now playing larger venues in your home state.
It's wild, you know. It's like we discussed. I never really, I never chased fame. I wasn't in this to be a star. I'm too shy. But, you know, I say in front of the cameras. But, you know, I never went and chased the sequin suit and the old rock star, whatever. I just don't think there's much weight in that. I'd rather do something that I feel like is going to outlast me, and I think songwriting is about as close as I can get to it. It's really, yeah, I'm very attached to the idea of writing a well-crafted song that means something to a lot of people instead of just me. But that being said, there are a lot of people that want to hear these songs, and there are a lot of people that are coming to these shows in Oklahoma, and exceeded all expectations. It's the icing on the cake that you actually have listeners once you spend the time and the blood, sweat, and tears to create something that you're proud of. If people actually enjoy it with you, that's the ultimate high.
Do you want to talk about the song Happy? It's the first song I heard off the album. It's the first song on the album, and it's kind of been out there a little bit more. Can you talk to us a little bit about that song?
It was kind of a joke. I write a lot of songs that start out as something I think is kind of funny, and then it gets way too sentimental, and nobody hears the joke anymore. But there's this idea. I started writing I came from kind of the Townes Van Zandt world where, as a writer, you just think that the only way you can create is to be in just utter chaos, to put yourself in that place where you just feel bad. That way you have a narrative, where you have something to write about. All the Ernest Hemingways and, these tortured artists that drink themselves to death and just write these brilliant stories. And, the older I get and the more I kind of mature as a person, I realize that that's not a very viable option. And so the joke was, what is so bad about being happy? And I wrote that song just to kind of push against that ideology and say, you can still write songs without, laying in a ditch somewhere. You don't have to write about the ditch from the ditch. You can write about it from home.
At least from the safety of the road.
Yeah, the safety of the road. That's not, who knows?
Well, and I understand that you brought your guitar, which is now, the case is now covered in mini stickers from all over the world, and I think you're going to play a song from the new album for us.
Yeah.
So that'll be great. And we will have a whole lot more with John Fullbright in the Oklahoman and News OK, Look at OKC, BAM's blog. We're going to have you all over the place. So, but John Fullbright, songs coming out May 27th. Highly recommended. I got a chance to hear it. So thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This is John Fullbright. The song is called Happy. 2, 3. Every time I try to write a song, it always seems to start where we left off. Tonight I'd rather stand up straight, look it in the eye. Won't you tell me what's so bad about happy? I don't want to have another friend. I don't want to wonder how your life has been. I just want to set things straight, apologize to you. Somebody tell me what's so bad about happy. Tell me, where's it go when the wind don't know where it ought to blow? Tell me, what's in store for the mind and the body? One more. Tell me, where's it go when the wind don't know where it ought to blow? Tell me, what's in store for the mind and the body? One more. Every time I try to write a song, I can't seem to get a word in edgewise. Tonight I'd rather think of you. Try and close my eyes and I'll just wonder what's so bad about happy. Somebody tell me what's so bad about happy.